Hi folks, it's Simon Keeling here. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. It's Saturday the 15th of December. As always, I remind you that the sites get free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen here. It's when you use those adverts, when you click on the adverts, when you get your friends to come back to the site, that's what generates the revenue that keeps the site free of charge. So thank you for coming back. Just want to show you first of all the temperature trace from the GFS for the coming days. It kind of picks up still on this idea of some cooler weather coming in around the 21st, 22nd, but really it's not that much cooler, is it, than it has been of late. And you notice too this kind of slow fall in temperatures during this week, but generally we're seeing temperatures meaning around that sort of level, around the 8 or 9 degree level across southern parts of England, at least up until Christmas Day. But then you can see here what happens during Christmas Day. Look, this fall off in temperature the ensemble wants to see, bringing us into cooler conditions at the end of the month. Of course, it really is take your pick time at the moment because we're getting different signals coming in from the models at different times. But what's interesting about this one is that if you then look at the ECMWF, you'll see here that it also sees this kind of temperature fall off by Christmas Day. And if we look at the maps for that day, let's just go and have a look at the map for Christmas Day from the ECMWF. You'll see that puts low pressure across and hints at some cooler weather coming in. Here it is, look, see, it's building the ridge back out in the Atlantic. It builds the trough down through the west of the UK, puts this cut-off feature down towards the western parts of Portugal. But this is what's interesting, look, this wind coming through the back here during the course of Christmas Day itself would bring in much cooler conditions. So it's quite interesting to see that the ECMWF sees this turning cooler during Christmas Day, and it's also picked up as a theme by the GFS ensemble here, look, seeing this temperature fall off during Christmas Day, making things cooler as we head into the end of the year. So just interesting to see that's the pattern that the models want to pick up on. 500 mm flow. So this is for the period from next Saturday through to Tuesday the 25th, through to Christmas Day. ECMWF is what they're picking up on here is this idea of the trough, look, being in the Atlantic there and also here as well, but the trough building through the States here and here, and the result of that is that we get a compensatory ridge, look, building across the western central parts of the Atlantic. Here it is into the US, and it's that eventually meanders its way around the hemisphere heading towards the British Isles, building another one of these ridges in. Now what's interesting here is that if that ridge does manage to build up here, then what it'll be doing is just pumping warm air northwards over the Atlantic. It will effectively build this block here across the north, put high pressure in here, and would bring colder conditions down through the British Isles for the end of the year, which is of course what the ensemble is seeing. So it'll just be interesting to see how this story develops over the next 24 to 36 hours. However, what we need to be aware of during the next during the next week or so is the amount of rainfall that could fall during the week. This is the total rainfall from the model, and this is leading up to 6 o'clock on the morning of Sunday the 23rd. So it's a week tomorrow morning, and you see here, look at these totals here over the western parts of Wales there. That's over 100 millimetres of rain, so that's over 4 inches of rain during the next week, and not very much better really across all of these western coastal areas here. Sort of 2 inches of rain down in the southwest as well, and in fact for many places, look, we've got 30 millimetres of rain coming through, certainly wetter, 40 here, 25 eastern Scotland, dry conditions central and northern Scotland, but certainly wetter than it has been of late. And we're not on our own either with quite an unsettled week. Look, much of northern and central Europe faring pretty wet. Look, I mean, you can really just draw a line around all of this. Look, see, that's the effect of this westerly flow coming in across the country, driving in this rain. If you're sheltered from it, such as across eastern parts of the UK, then you don't see quite as much rainfall, but still it's going to be unsettled. It's the jet stream that's responsible, and as that jet blows through, so what we're going to find is those conditions being just unstable all the way through the course of this week. So this is how things look then. This is the chart for this afternoon. We've got low pressure, a complex area of low pressure up towards the north of the country. As we move on through the sequence, you'll notice how overnight we stay with that situation. Really, we get more showers around western and southern coast of the country, very few inland, and through Sunday really it's those western and southern areas again that cop the showers. More central and eastern areas tending to stay dry. I think as we head in towards the afternoon tomorrow, we could find some more persistent rain just moving in from the southwest. That spreads its way eastwards during the night, and then through Monday I think low pressure really is in control of conditions, and that area of low pressure drives showers eastwards, some of them becoming heavy at times. You see the area of low pressure here as it moves its way eastwards, and what that does is it drives showers eastwards with it. Now what it will then do is introduce some cooler air coming in through Tuesday. The wind's going into the north of the northwest, so through Tuesday itself we're looking at it being bright. We're looking at some sunny spells. We've got the ridge of high pressure that builds in from the west, but it is going to be feeling cooler. Overnight into Wednesday, quite a sharp frost at first, but then this area of rain coming up from the southwest by Wednesday morning. That's going to be moving its way northeastwards. Rain could become heavy at times through the course of Wednesday, and I think some really heavy rain across western coast of Wales, northwest England, southwest Scotland as well. And that feed of rain really just gets stuck across the country. Look, you can see it here throughout Wednesday, through Thursday as well, just pulses of rain going northward. So a really wet spell of weather as we go through the day on Wednesday into Thursday, and that's still hanging on, look, in the southeast and across southern coast of the country into Friday as well. And then into the weekend, where we still get battered by low pressure. Look, it tracks towards the north of Scotland during next Saturday. You just see this feed, look here, of rain all the way around that area of low pressure, and it's that just moves its way northeastwards. By then it's going to be the turn of Ireland, it's going to be southern Scotland, northwest England to see most of the rain coming, and it stays wet right the way through next Saturday into Sunday, with it being across Ireland, southern parts of Scotland, western Wales that stays wetter. I think more eastern and southern areas probably staying on the drier side. And if we just take a look at the jet stream, this is the jet stream as it is this afternoon. Look how far south of the country it is. It's through here just at the moment. So being south means that we stay on the unsettled side of the jet, but also on the cooler side of the jet stream too. And as we go through these charts, just move through them, see what goes on. Look, here we are. It stays south of the country, look, through tomorrow. Then into Monday it gets buckled. You can see here the effect of the wind surrounding this area of low pressure. Look, it buckles the jet stream into that shape there. This is our ridge here, and then notice what happens during today. Look, it buckles through the country, and then it moves east and south of the country once again. So we just stay in this sort of pattern of the jet stream being mainly south of the country, bringing unsettled periods of weather. There we are into Boxing Day morning. It's still overall to the south of the country even by then, and we just stay on this cool side of the jet stream. Although I have to say, from about here, from about there onwards, from Christmas Eve onwards, I'm not sure that is actually going to be the case, but it's just interesting to see, particularly when we see the jet stream so far south of the country during the earlier frames. Okay, so that's it for now. Thanks again for watching. Really a bit uncertain about what goes on in the long term for today. Let's just see what tomorrow brings, but for now, thanks for watching. Please do keep coming back to the site, telling your friends about us. You can follow us at Twitter, or you can do a search on Facebook for Weather School. And of course the adverts are there to keep us free of charge by you coming back, using the site, using the adverts. That's what keeps us all free of charge. So thanks again for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.